So yeah, we can go ahead and get. I just realized I said all that without pushing a button. We can go ahead and get started. Tyler will be joining us in game in just a moment.
Yerp.
Ready when you are.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lava Crows, where we last left off. Some Gith raiders tried to, well, raid the ship. This resulted in some shark battles, some ill-advised natural ones hitting the wrong people, and a barrel roll to kill a shark and its rider. Right after, uh, right after Kitlak befriended one of the other sharks. Granted,
Do a barrel
Kitlak
roll.
also got a little smacked up in that too. So, yeah, I believe that's where we left off.
I'm gonna call that karma because he shot the Shuva.
Fair enough.
Again, I'd only give him partial credit for friendly fire on that one. Lechuza earned a
Um,
lot of that friendly fire.
There is a common denominator here.
That's true. I'll grant you that.
so we
Yeah.
have ended combat. Those of you on on the ship and including Kitlak needs to move. Let's see. You're dead. I believe Cinder is also just non-functional at the moment. You see
Correct.
the
Thank you, Shay.
shark remains just kind of fade into a strange white and then kind of flicker away like paper burning. Meanwhile, the leader of the Gith Yankee squad, her body just kind of floats there, completely dead, next to Kitlak, who is Kitlak unconscious at this point?
Yeah, Kitlak's at 0 HP, you know?
Yeah, so you've got what looks like two almost dead bodies, except one is a lot bloodier than the other.
Shay's gonna yell over the comms, medic.
Yeah, we're out of combat. You can absolutely do that.
Hooray! Kitlak's conscious again and is probably underneath a space shark.
Oh no, the space shark has burned away. There's just a corpse next to you.
Well, thank you, Genevieve, for the assistance. It's not really how I saw that going.
The shark, incidentally, the astral shark is it just saw its buddy disappear, saw you disappear. The ship is now upside down, so it is just gonna start moving away because yeah, you didn't get great on the friendship roll, and then it saw the ship kill one of its own. So it's gonna start swimming away.
Oh, could have gone worse, too. Yes, as they say, anyone you walk away from, and we didn't have a single casualty aside from myself, Ish.
What about Lashuva? Lashuza?
She wasn't a casualty of combat. She was a casualty of wandering into the line of fire.
They're in combat.
I guess.
No, casualty means
Whoa.
they're wounded. Yeah.
Cassie's gonna fly over and pick up the remains of the other casualty.
I mean, Lachusa stumbled back in, right?
They did, and just as a point of order, they were retreating from battle when that nat one hit them.
Yeah, they were like going around in circles and just like freaking out, and then they decided, oh, well, time to go home, and then they got shot. Is how I saw that going down.
As you go down, Tessa does come up and, all right, why do we have a shark cobalt imprint, and why was not given a turn on the ride?
I mean, we can do it again if you want.
Are we doing it again?
Recommend it. I don't know. Do you want?
Lashuza is currently kind of holed up in like that little corner.
Yeah, I think Kitlak's gonna check in on her too, or them rather.
Oh, do I? In the periphery, Kitlak, you see that lovely astral shark that you made friends with just kind of swimming away.
A single tear will run down Kitlak's cheek.
Yeah, Lashuza is healed.
Nice.
Ooh, thank you.
It's traditionally we do want to stay out of the line of fire. I am sorry for my part in this debacle as well, but I do hope that when next we have another combat encounter, you will find yourself in safer quarters.
There's a lot better angle for heckling here in the helm, Lashuza.
Yeah, Lashuza's just gonna. Whew, it seems your shots precede you. And he's
It-
going to. He's not going to fly. His wing is still kind of regrowing the feathers that you completely sheared off, even with the heels. So he's just waddling away from you.
I mean, usually, right? That by definition they have to proceed. Never mind.
Zaldi, meanwhile, is just going to stick their nose out of the kitchen and. So, um, the pound cake has flipped. So now it's just a fruit cake.
Is that how that works?
Did the ship receive any damage during
The
that
ship
fight?
received a ton of damage during that fight. You were
Mm.
supposed to be marking it down.
Oh no, no, you're right. You're right. I didn't. Did I not? Wait, did it?
At least 2 fireballs and a few shots, not to mention the shark impacting the wing.
I vaguely remember you telling me to do that, and I felt like I was, and I don't know where I was holding that information. I wonder if it was on my calculator, which was a bad place to do it because it just erases as soon as you close it.
Yes, it does. Hold on. Hold on, let me pull up the details from last time. I won't always be able to do this.
No, that's my bad.
And that was, I think, 60 damage from the shark. So the ship took a total of around 120 hit damage, mostly fire, until the big impact came.
Lashuza, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes.
You felt that before it happened. You felt those creatures, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Yes. Always alert for dead gods.
Uh, does that mean that you'll always know when they're close or when they're getting ready to attack?
The wings kind of fold up over the head and then back as if shrugging. Sometimes noticeable, sometimes not. These noticeable. Wrong. Very wrong. Not the full dead gods. Just hunger.
Can you tell if they're still out there or if there's any more? Right now, I mean.
Ooh. One is leaving.
And
And
that's
then they just start turning their head upside down the way owls do. One way and then slowly the other. No more raiders.
okay. The next time you feel something like that, just let us know. Try not to panic. I know you've not been in combat before, have you?
Trained. I have been very well trained to spot and scout.
Well, in the future, it helps us and in turn helps you if you try not to panic. Um, I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but it does help a lot more if you try not to panic and just let us know if something's off. All right.
It was my first live encounter. No books.
Well, let's put it this way. It can't go worse for you in the future.
Lashuza's head is going to turn all the way around and stare at you, and
What?
then turn
Assuming you
all the way
survive.
back and just waddle away towards the bridge.
You know what concerns me? That we're getting into these fights and some of these crew people are not very accustomed to fights like this. And we're likely to get involved in a lot more fights than just this one.
Well, from what I understand about kobolds, and I do understand a bit, they have a species-wide sense of fatalism. A sort of sense that, yes, we may die, but the whole warren will live on. It's something I came across myself, whether it's because of my genetics or the fact that I was a part of a pirate band. Uh, it's it's useful, but also can be very detrimental. I think that by all that is to say, I think that by and large our crew of kobolds will be fine. It's the non-kobolds that we really need to watch for.
Which is when you hear Tessa go, "What do you mean you missed every single shot? You kobolds!" She's calling from the top of the deck. Obviously talking to the kobolds up there who are trying to fix the ballista.
And that's the other thing. We might want to work on training them a little bit.
I think that is very reasonable, though mentally they may be prepared and their skills may be lacking.
Oi, Shay! Find us some, whatchamacallem, asteroids and not the ones that eat ya. We're gonna do some pot shot.
Let's worry about fixing the ship before we worry about target practice. I'm not sure we can get to an asteroid belt right now.
Well, it might be a good idea to find somewhere where we can dock to make repairs. It's a little hard to get supplies out here if there's something that we need fixing.
Lashuza, do you know a close docking spot around here?
I need to recalibrate. Ooh.
He needs to recalibrate.
I just give him a little bit.
I mean, I'm at least fixing the turrets so they aren't gonna fly off on a sharp curve, but I thought Cassie said she's good at this.
On that note, Cassie is already starting to work on the repairs. She hasn't even bothered bringing Cindy back yet, because there's more important things.
Kitlak is going to check in with Shay. Can you give me a status report about the state of the vessel?
Out of character. How did the previous crew handle this when Shay was on there? Did they normally find a dock, or did they have someone on hand that was able to fix stuff that maybe we don't currently have, but maybe we should hire, kind of a thing? Or
You did have some people that were good at repair. You did have someone who knew how to use mending, but also the ship had an auto repair feature, as you recall.
oh, so does this? Yes, because it's the same ship.
That's
yeah.
no longer there anymore because that was used to fix the ship and actually put the wings where they're supposed to be without, disintegrating everything, hopefully. So there is no auto repair system anymore. Any of the bigger repairs, like say if a wing got shorn off or the ram was broken, yeah, they took that in for repair. But typically they just let the ship do it. That was the whole point of developing that technology in the first place.
Well, it seems that when we transformed into a Cobalt ship, it became a lesser ship because it no longer repair itself. Maybe that's because the Kobolds are supposed to be repairing it. So get to work.
That really isn't what I was asking for. When
Oh,
one asks for a status report, they ask for what is damaged, how long will it take to fix, and is there any problem that is critical to the survival of the crew?
so as far as how long, it's I don't know because, as I said, we used to have an auto repair system which used to handle everything, which we don't have anymore. So I no longer have an estimate.
Mhm. Go on.
But most, close to 2/3 of the ship has taken fire damage. A lot on the wings,
Mhm. Do you think it would
and
behoove us to find some place to dock?
how? What kind of maneuverability do we currently have?
One of the sails did get shot through, but it's still mostly intact, so you're still pretty good actually in terms of speed and everything else. It's only if you like get down to the last 20 hit points, then you have to start worrying about maneuverability and also, you know, things falling apart literally at higher speeds.
So, like, if we wanted to fix the sails, do we just need like a tailor, or a lot of pirates are tailors anyway? So,
You do have a
or is
kobold
it
on
like
board who is you have a small tailoring circle. Well, two people is a tailoring circle to a kobold. You also have at least one person with mending, and you could
we?
ask Tessa.
Tessa has mending?
Tessa has a few tricks up her sleeve, yes.
So, are the sails on a spelljammer technically magical or no?
They're magical in that they let you. It's weird. They are and they aren't. They help transmute some of the energy into speed from the Spelljammer Helm, but the logic and magic behind it is still kind of nebulous. Sails are needed for a number of larger ships, including this one, but some of the smaller ships can get away without them. So there's something about weight and size that requires sails.
All right, so I know what you're getting at. Cassie can physically repair that magic item, and as long as it hasn't lost its magic because of damage, it's not gonna change anything. It should still be fine.
Oh, okay. So, if you're worried about, if the ship can't move because of damage, no. The only reason a spelljammer will cease flying is if the chair, the helm, is damaged.
Do the sails then just increase speed, or are they
They somehow transmute that speed into the astral sea that allows you to reach spelljamming speeds. It isn't. It's a magical effect, but they are not inherently magical. Now, if you bought magical sails, then yes, you would have a bigger problem.
like the upgrades that we're talking about?
Yes, then there would have to be, then it would depend on how much damage and, what would that affect. In this case, this is only a small hole in this, well, semi-small hole on the sail. It's not like an entire sail has burned away or anything. That probably wouldn't matter too much, especially for a magic item that's kind of designed for this. There's also magic items have higher defenses and more hit points than an average sail. Sails are not very strong when it comes to, say, weapons, defending against weapons. Breezes,
Fireballs.
yes. Fireballs, no.
So, um, combat just ended like 5 seconds ago, and this isn't like a Star Trek vessel. So, um, is it gonna take me an hour or two to figure out what the damage assessment is?
What is a Star Trek?
Mm-hmm. You said you were a spacefaring kobold. Don't you know about Star Trek?
Is like do Is it a spacewalk? Is that what you're saying? I am confused.
It's
You
a
say it like
famous
it's a known
naval
term.
academy. Oh my goodness.
There's a naval academy involved. You think I went to school?
No, but you should know about it.
Should I?
Anyway,
I would like both of you to roll me history. Let's see what happened.
That is a hot 3.
that's a hot 6.
Get
So
out of here.
here
outta
is
here.
what to know. Yes, you are absolutely 100 telling the truth that there is a naval academy called Star Trek where everything happens almost instantly. It is amazing. You have kind of heard this story too. It's a legendary place that you don't want to go when you're a pirate because they somehow always recover so quickly, and they always win their battles. And it is absolutely 100% not a bard's tale that someone made up to scare pirates long time ago.
Anyway, I can't tell you straight away. We need to talk to A, the kobolds, B, probably dang it, Cassie. Yeah, Tess might have some information too. The stuff just stopped just recently. I don't doesn't come to me in a second.
Okay, now you just hammered your thumb flat. You're fine. You can work a little longer, and then we'll get you some healing.
Honestly, it sounds like they have it in hand.
We need. We need Cobalt OSHA apparently.
What's an OSHA?
It's a safety thing for. Never mind.
Oh, do they have that at Star Trek?
Of course.
Meanwhile, Cassie, how much of the ship have you already repaired? No, it's every an hour, isn't it? It takes a while, doesn't it?
Bendy takes a minute.
Well, remind me if mending repaired or not. I'm not finding anything in my notes that says either way.
Depends on the size.
Give me 1 second, because you pasted this in the chat at one point.
So, did your pirate ships just have like immediate damage assessment? Because you just beep boop beep and you know? Because that's not how this works here.
I never was a spelljammer myself, so I cannot say.
Or a
But-
captain.
Oh, that is true. I never was a captain until right now. So I wasn't really on that side of things.
Sorry,
I
that
kind
was
of
mean.
assumed.
I apologize.
No,
That was
it's
mean.
accurate. There's no need to be, no, that was accurate. I was never a captain until very recently in the grand scheme of things. No, I was never on that side of it. Simply put, it's something that I'm discovering along with the rest of us.
I mean, technically, I wasn't a spelljammer until just now, so.
Yes, but you had some experience in that sphere, I imagine.
Training. Not at the academy.
Well, yes, who could afford Star Trek in this day and age?
Seriously.
Shuza is watching you both debate this and just wondering whose lives they've put themselves into now.
He did come from the academy.
I mean, he came from
She's
Penn Academy.
Absolutely from the academy.
So yeah, it's 1d. So in Spelljammer, mending can heal or repair ships 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier per hour. So it does take you an hour basically to do some repairs.
So, that would
Now
that
it's
be roughly
10 minutes
30
to cast
hours, right?
spells ritual, right?
Ooh, 300 hours. I thought it was.
Yeah, it basically takes it turns mending into a ritual. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to do a ritual. 11, technically, right? Because it's 10 plus whatever the casting
yeah.
time is.
So yeah, 10 minutes to cast a spell as a ritual, correct?
10 plus
Yes.
the casting time, so 11.
So in this case, it's an hour-long ritual of mending. Yeah.
Okay. Now she does have that spell Okaiba Salvage that you let her get.
Yes, you do.
So it's a 1d6 plus spellcasting modifier. It is an action to cast plus 10 minutes for a ritual.
And does that have a size limitation on it? I forget.
It says you magically repair a broken object, vehicle, or construct you can see in range. If that target is a construct that died within the last minute, we'll skip that part. If the object is the object or vehicle, it is repaired and regains hit points equal to 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier. If the target was broken apart, the spell reattaches pieces, provided all the pieces are within range. The spell leaves no trace of damage. I'm not seeing anything that says there's a size limitation.
Okay. And does it have a ritual tag?
It does have ritual tag, yes.
So yeah, you can cast that. So that actually reduces it down to 10 minutes per casting, I guess, technically, or 11 minutes per casting.
10 minutes, 6 seconds.
It's an action, yeah.
So you have basically an upgraded version of mending.
Yep.
So,
and then 1d6 plus 5 every 10 minutes and 6 seconds then.
Yep, which is faster than, I mean, Tessa's already working on it, but all she has is mending, so it'll take her, so I guess figure that out 5 times, and I'll add in Tessa's, and we'll figure that out.
so looks like Cassie and Tessa are working on it, Kitlak. Very hard. I would ask them politely how long they think it's going to take them.
Well, if they're already working as hard as they can, me knowing isn't really going to solve anything. Are we able to be underway at spell jamming speed safely with them still working on the vessel?
That's a no. Repairs are supposed to occur during normal speeds only.
No. So we can limp along a bit.
Please, limp us along a little bit, as long as it does not delay the repairs. A moving target, albeit however slow, is still miles better to be than a stationary one. Especially given that we've had some activity recently here.
Away from your new friend, or
I
you
don't
wanna go
think
after
our
them?
friendship was meant to be. If he truly loves me, he will come back. Gilek shrugs. But
That's Sag.
what?
That's Sag.
I don't understand.
Never mind.
Okay. Yes, let's limp away, as it were, in the direction we were traveling.
So Malco, go ahead and roll for the hour of spell casting you're doing. You can go ahead and do all of them at once, and I'll tell you what Tessa got.
Were you not on Twatter on the asteroid?
So,
Wow,
Alright, so that'll
that's
be
approximately. I'm not calling it that. Sorry.
Alright, so that'll be approximately 66 plus 30, and like 36 seconds, but whatever.
Besides, I believe it's pronounced twatter.
No, we're not.
You
We're not
did
calling
this
it
to yourself.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I absolutely did.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow,
That's
that was
awful.
a low roll.
That was.
So that's still 44. That's still pretty
Okay.
good, even as low as it was.
And you can add 9 more to that, so that's 53. So about half the damage has been, almost half the damage has been repaired in 1 hour. So maybe another hour, hour and a half to get full damage repaired. Genevieve, are you doing anything else during the hour of repairs?
She would probably just maybe make some calming tea for Lashuza to help calm Lashuza down, and then just kind of sit back and wait. There's not a whole lot she can do in this scenario.
So, Shay, it looks like we're gonna have about 4 hours here for repairs.
Sounds good. Thanks for all your hard work, Cassie. And Tessa.
Yeah, but
course,
we
yeah,
need
you
that
did.
asteroid field. Absolutely. It's disgraceful they couldn't hit a thing.
Captain, they're requesting target practice, and I agree with them.
And I agree with them as well. Do they have a proposition?
Asteroids. We used to shoot
I-
asteroids.
I do like that. Asteroids are very seldom do they fight back, but when they do, it's very interesting. Yes, take us where they recommend.
Or you could bring some of your shark friends, and then, you just yell pull, and it's a whole different experience.
Would that
just-
I had some.
just one more
Lashuza, do you
thing.
know of near asteroid belt? Go ahead, Cassie.
Just gonna ask. Only the face sharks faded away, right? The other bodies
Correct.
didn't.
There is still a corpse of the Githyanki leader. The others kind of got torn in half and floated away. So yeah, that's still technically floating
So-
under the wing.
So, what do you want to do with this body up here?
Who are you asking?
Probably me
I-
because
I believe
over the
Shay's the
PJ
only one
kind
that
of a
can
thing,
hear her right
yeah.
now. So
Maybe Genevieve wants to look at. I don't. We've got a captain. We've got a body, of the Githyanki. What? Do we need fertilizer for something? Genevieve might want it for plants or trees, or. I mean, she's probably got
Maybe
better
search and see
fertilizer.
if it has any orders.
Yes, have a couple of the kobolds haul it to a more tenable location, search it for whatever is of use, and deliver the remains to Genevieve for fertilizer.
Yes, boss.
I. mm, I
You got something else? that we
maybe,
should do?
maybe you should supervise.
I think they're fine. I don't have anything to worry about.
Or to do here.
It's true, aside from annoy you, which is a very important job.
I love you too, Captain.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So while you're doing repairs, Cassie, you can see some of the kobolds just come up on the deck, get some lassos. I'm going to actually roll to see how good they are at wrangling a body floating just above the hull, just out of curiosity. All right, the first one is a miss. The second one is also kind of a humiliating miss. But the third one gets a nice firm one around their foot and drags them down to the hull and smears it with the Githyanki blood as they drag it back towards the stairs.
It's fine. It'll be a warning to the rest of them.
What is this? The cast of City Slickers?
What's a city slicker? No, actually, I think I know that one. City slickers are people who are like in cities, right?
Mm-hmm. And don't know how to
Okay.
lasso anything.
Oh. Do you know how to lasso anything?
No, but I know who doesn't when I see it, and it's our kobolds. Training, Captain. We need a lot of training for these kobolds.
Lasso training?
All training.
You know what?
Just think-
Actually, lasso training makes sense, at least with a grapnel or something.
I mean, ropes are really handy on a ship. So all sort of rope training.
You know, I am realizing now that I took a lot of our crew's aptitudes for granted. On a piratical vessel, it was very much sink or swim, metaphorically. You either do well enough that you survive and contribute to the crew, or you die and thus are shuffled off and replaced. I don't really want that here. I don't want our crew to die, so we must train them. You have a point.
Yeah, our kobolds are extremely good at keeping busy.
Dying.
They just need.
Also that.
Wow.
I mean, just being realistic, let's make them worse at dying and better at everything
Yeah,
else.
no, the comms were completely open to the rest of the ship. Sorry.
It's
Uh,
true. I mean, look, you need to understand these things. Crew, if you're hearing me, we can do better, and we will do better. Training begins very soon. We're arriving at an asteroid field to train our our top deck in offensive measures. Beyond that, we will have a whole slew of trainings for the rest of us to make sure that whatever comes our way, it is encountered more smoothly and with less damage to person and property.
the comms are off at that point. Sorry.
You're not doing anyone any favors right now, are you?
Well, we all need training, okay?
I guess that includes you?
Well, when to push the comm button, I suppose. That feels like more like
All right.
diplomatic. You know,
Shay,
I don't.
you hear
I
from
never
up
know
above?
when you're gonna say what you're gonna say. So you know.
Shay, you hear up above. Don't worry, my little minions. It's okay if you die. I'll just bring you back. You might be a little different, but it's fine.
Could you call Suka in here, please?
Uh, Suka, please report to the helm to speak with the captain.
That the captain that thinks we're all gonna die.
No, just that we're very good at it, and I'd like us to be less so. Is to point, um, Suka, how are you doing? How is everything going for you in your world here?
Well, let's see. There is a cabinet with lots of money in it. I'm in charge of the money. And I didn't have to go outside during that whole debacle. And there's fruitcake. I'm golden.
Wonderful. So if I make things a little less golden, you will forgive me. I would like for you to put together a basic manual for the crew, including safety precautions, training, uh, just general know-how. If there's anyone that you would need to interview about anything, you are deputized with my authority to ask anyone any questions you wish, with the end purpose of developing a comprehensive text and training regimen for the crew.
Okay, and where should I put the part of duck when you're firing?
I think that is rule number 1. Yes. Right at the top in bold letters. In fact, make that the name of the manual.
No, I can't say you're wrong.
Look, we want to lead with the most important things, and not getting our crewmates shot by other crewmates is probably one of the most important things.
Yeah, fair. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I suppose we should add teach to read to a lot of them too.
Oh, I assume literacy is common in the Warrens, right? It wasn't a pirate vessel. You would think that it would be in the Warrens, but what do I know?
From what I've seen of your captaining, do you want me to answer that?
Oh, I'm not sure what literacy in the Warrens has to do with my quality of captaining, but it's neither here nor there.
It was more the a reflection of you saying what you know.
Fair enough. But yes, Suka, I do trust you to take care of this endeavor more than really, truly anyone else I can think of on the crew. You are organized, you are thorough, and you are practical. and I know you will bring those qualities to this project.
Yeah, flattery ain't gonna get you out of buying me a better pillow.
Oh, is that our price for this? Fine, fine, fine. The next pillow we pillage that is up to snuff is yours.
Better looks like grass at you little.
We're not pirates. We're not pillaging things.
Well, you aren't going to begrudge us the occasional pill. We stole a whole vessel, really. I mean, I guess it was salvaged, but I qualified that as pillaging.
Ooh,
That was
Asteroid
salvaging
field.
rights. That was salvaging
4
rights.
days away. Ooh.
I'm sorry, Lechuza. Could you please repeat that?
There's an asteroid field 4 days away. Ooh.
Is
Is
it
it
along the
approxi-
line of where we're going? Sorry, Captain.
No, no, you were asking the same question. Proceed.
Yeah, is it along our general route?
Slight deviation. But at this distance, a few degrees matters little.
That's acceptable to me. How do you
I
feel?
I would agree. Exploration by its nature is kind of zigzaggy and not in a straight line. It's the nature of the beast.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Cassie, you hear Tessicle. So, you want to try climbing up on the sails, or do you want me to fix that?
Worry about it, I've got it. Easy enough for me.
Well, you did got the fancy wings. I'll let you do it. I'll get the mangonel fixed up. And meanwhile, Genevieve, you have a kobold kind of right outside your quarters. Boss?
Genevieve will walk over. Yes.
So Captain say, strip and give to you. Take all useful parts and give body to you. Eyes useful parts. You want or not?
I don't need the ice if the captain wants them.
Okay, and meat is useful part for cooking. You want or not?
Do you want the meat? Do you guys like eating this kind of meat?
On the asteroid, you eat what you eat. Sometimes meat is questionable. Sometimes meat is tender.
I mean,
I heard that.
if you think that you'd eat it, you're more than welcome to. I don't know what I would do with it.
Okay, okay. And bones is useful, so that leaves no body for you. That okay?
That I have nothing to use this body for. I'm not sure why the captain said to bring it to me.
Okay. All right. Then we take useful parts and distribute. Also found this, and they hold out. It looks like a little charm of something.
She will take it.
It appears to be a miniature. Looks like one of those little shark things.
That is very cute.
Yep, it is shining in some sort of mithril, maybe some sort of non-natural magical metal, and just sort of attached to a small chain that appears to have been attached at one point to someone's finger. Or maybe wrist. Hard to tell.
She will take it and she'll just kind of nod at the kobold and say, "Well, thank you for thinking of me, but you go use whatever parts of that body that you need."
Okay, and also this. And they hand you a small bag. It has about 100 gold pieces in it.
She will take it and she will slip that in her pocket.
And they're going to look back and, oh, also fancy clothes. You want or we fuss with?
Why don't you fuss with the fancy clothes? We might be able to use the clothes for parts as well.
Yes, boss. And then they go back to literally stripping the body, not just of clothing, but also skin, muscle, and bone. It is a messy process right outside your quarters.
She's not bothered by
About there.
that. She's not bothered by that. She's seen worse.
And go ahead, Cassie, and make another roll for another hour.
Can I roll something to see if this pendant thing is magical?
Arcana.
Okay.
Jeez. Exact same result. So that's another 44 from Cassie.
That is a 5 from Tessa, because she's trying to teach the kobolds, and that seems to be distracting her a bit. So what is that total number so far? Now, Kilt?
You said Tessa did 9 the first time?
Yep, and 5 this time.
$102.
Okay, so that's almost full repair. So yeah, you can finish up the repairs with just the sail at this point if you wanted to. Oh no, wait, 102. Okay, you got a bit more to go. That's another 30 minutes. Yeah. What was that total, Genevieve?
Non-nat 20.
Yeah, it is definitely a magical trinket of some sort. It doesn't feel like you need to
Attune.
attune yourself to it, but it feels like there's a potential to if you wanted to. Basically, meta-wise, there is a benefit without attuning. There is another benefit with attuning.
Genevieve is going to go find Kitlek.
Kitlek is annoying Shay on the bridge, while Lashuza questions their life choices.
Genevieve will hold up the, well, before she does that, she'll say, I don't know why you thought I could use a dead body.
I mean, playing the odds, which of the officers should I have sent the dead body to?
You could have just left it floating in the space, I suppose.
In the air pocket?
Kicked it out of the air pocket.
Well, look, I would have launched it from the mangonel, but I figured it could have been useful to you. And also the mangonel was broken at the time.
Human bodies aren't so good for fertilizer, if that's what you're referring to.
It's not a human, it's a Githyanki, and I don't really know these things.
I feel like that's even worse. Especially since Lechuza said that these things are unnatural. Sort of.
I'm not sure they're unnatural, like Lechuza.
The Githyanki fertilizer kills all natural plants.
There you
That's
go.
not really fertilizer, is it?
There you go.
Good for magical plants that exist only on the astral sea.
Well, that's pretty good for fertilizer, then, isn't it?
In any case,
Most plants on the astral sea are hostile. Ooh.
In any case, the kobolds did give me a couple of things from the body. And she'll first hand over the bag of gold. I figure that there's not much in there, but I figure we can add it to the ship funds. It's only about 100.
I mean, at that level, you'd be forgiven if you just wanted to keep it for yourself, but the ship funds are a more ethical way of doing that.
And the other thing is, I think you'd kind of like this. There's a touch of magic to it. And she'll hold up the little space shark trinket.
Ooh, fascinating. What can Kitlak tell about this thing?
Roll Arcana.
Well, heck, all right, let's do it.
I know it's magical, but I don't
Arcana.
know what it does. I haven't tried it out yet.
Kitlak's can give himself guidance on this.
Can I give him help since I'm standing?
I don't think you need to. Yeah, Kitlak got a crit on that.
Okay, just what's the total so I can know how high?
23.
Okay, so you have not seen one of these before, but you have seen these trinkets before. They're usually in the shape of a particular species or a representation of a species. If you have it on hand, you can understand them. That's not usually too big a problem, but there are some species in the across the multiverse that just do not speak common. But they do speak a multitude of other languages, and you either have to learn it, or if you have one of these trinkets, you can understand anyone from that species. This allows you to communicate with whatever language that space shark was using. If you attune to it, however, you have to then use the chain to literally implant the connection into your flesh, and that will let you have more direct control of one of those creatures. It's usually a partnership of some sort, and usually those creatures are not very humanoid. That being said, some
Fascinating.
slavers are happy to use that to control certain individuals.
Kitlak's gonna pass that all on to everyone present. So initially, it is a trinket that allows you to commune with the creature it depicts, in this case, a space shark. It, however, has a second, more sinister use. If you attune to it and stick it into your flesh, then you can exert some modicum of control over the creatures, which doesn't appear to have dampened their affinity for the Gith. So it can't be completely awful and or one-sided, but it also does not seem entirely ethical. With your permission, I would hold on to that and use it for its communication aspect in case we encounter one of these creatures again.
Yeah, if you want to hang on to it, I'm fine with that.
Wonderful. So Kitlak will take a hold of it, and does he know the language space shark now?
Basically, you will be able to understand their telepathic communications now.
Okay, I'm going to add
When they
space
speak
shark to
with
his
you.
languages.
Yep. Technically, it's telepathic celestial, but only for space sharks.
Okay, it's space shark, telepathic, celestial. There you go. I'm just going to call it a space shark trinket.
Do you think that would have helped us communicate with that? Where did we find that huge celestial being on the
Right.
asteroid?
The
Are you talking about
The-
the
solar Kindori that they had designed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not technically a space shark, so no.
I don't think so.
Big difference between whales and space sharks. Whales and sharks in general. We can get Allie on the line. She can definitely tell us all the differences.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe whales are smarter and know more languages.
Actually, now I'm curious, which is the smartest species? The sharks are smarter than the whales in this case. Anywho, go ahead, Cassie, and roll that last set of rituals.
All right.
It's only a half hour this time, so.
Alright, so that's 25.
And that's enough as the hole in the sail mends its way closed. The ship is fully restored to, I guess, technically an hour and a half before your estimate.
Ooh. Cassie, do you want me to tell the captain you're done, or do you want me to wait an hour and a half? You take a break.
No, that was just an estimate. I was able to repair it much quicker than I thought I would be able to. You can go and tell the captain.
Yeah, that's excellent work. I just don't want him to have him make assumptions further down the line that might not be appropriate based on your excellent work today.
That's quite alright. Go ahead and let him know. Just because I was able to do it faster this time does not mean I'll be able to do the same thing next time.
I will make that clear to the captain because I think that is important. Captain, repairs are complete ahead of schedule because Cassie and Tess were awesome. But I'd like to let you know that isn't always possible.
Of course not. And of course, Cassie and Tess are awesome. Commendations for each of them and for the crewmates under their direct command.
That's
Instruct
you.
of,
Wait, that's you.
Speaking of Genevieve, kind of got a couple crushed fingers here. Can I get you help on those? Mind if I bring them down?
Aye.
and inform the crew that we are going to resume spell jamming speed.
Did you just give yourself a commendation?
No, I'm not under them. I'm over them. I'm the captain.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, and the direction. Anyhow,
Oh.
no, I would not be so crass as to give myself a commendation. The only commendation I need is knowing that you're all surviving and thriving.
And that we're moving forward in Spelljammer speed.
Yes, and do let people know that we're moving forward at spell jamming speed. Secure yourselves. Make sure that you are within the vessel's proximity.
Is that necessary, Cypher?
Only if there were people on the hull, but they've all retreated down because the repairs are finished. And there are 2 kobolds with very sore fingers that would like their bones mended. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, I think Shay would, whenever she does spelljam moves to spelljamming speed, she would make a general announcement to remove any people from the hull to
The
lower
top side,
decks.
yeah. Yeah, I think that that's like standard procedure, I would imagine. But it's Kitlak feels that it's, even though it's standard procedure, he probably wants to say it because if it was skipped, he'd feel bad.
No, because based on our conversation, this whole session, it's like we're all kind of in training right now, so I want to make sure that I could see not saying it and Cypher being like, and you lost 2 kobolds off the ship. So I want to make that clear that is what Shay is saying whenever she's moving to Spelljammer speed.
All right, and you've got a 4-day journey. Those kobolds are going to be healed. Let's see. This time we're going to check in with. Let's see. Last time it was Genevieve and Kitlak. So for the next 4 days, let's start with Shay. Are you just piloting and trading off with Tessa for piloting, or what else are you going to do in those 4 days?
I think. Excuse me. I think Shay would. She's going to give Tessa a break because Tessa worked her butt off just now. So she'd probably take a second shift to give Tessa that break. And then it's 4 days. So whatever shift is. But I think she, based on all the conversation, she might take a tour. She might even. She would probably ask who would be the most knowledgeable person about spelljammers on the current ship.
Um, hmm. Tessa would know mechanically. Zaldi might know more historically. Lashuza might know navigationally, but that's about it.
I think she would just probably take and maybe ask Kitlak to come with them because Kitlak obviously knows a lot of probably general knowledge about spelljammers, and just to get a better feeling of what's what and what's important and what's if this takes a fireball we're going to be down for 5 days or something like that. That just to get a better understanding of she learned how to fly the ship from her mom, but she didn't learn necessarily about spelljammers. So the only thing she knows about spelljammers is like playing hide and seek with the rest of the crew, and so she probably not. I mean, the ship is different from what it was then, but I think she wants to just know more about the ship and what's the critical parts of it.
Okay, who would you be asking? Sorry.
Both Tessa and Kitlak when he's available, but I guess Tessa and Shay can't really do it at the same time. So I guess she would go around with Kitlak and like Tessa would be in their ear kind of it or on the comms kind of a thing.
I mean,
So
Tessa could
whenever
fly and you can chat with her in the chair. That's fine.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So Shay and if Kitlak if available would just kind of go around and get a better idea about the ship.
Yeah, Kitlak would be all for that.
Okay, well, so this is the bridge. This is where the Spelljammer helm is. Sometimes the bridge doesn't have the Spelljammer helm. Sometimes the Spelljammer is its own room. Uh, the captain usually swaggers on the bridge and drinks a lot.
I wouldn't say I drink a lot. I
You're
drink on
not
occasion.
you're not obviously not drinking enough.
Perhaps I need to hydrate more.
Yes, more water.
And then ahead of us, you got the crew quarters, where people go to sleep and do other things that really shouldn't happen in a room with multiple people.
They're kobolds. That's normal for kobolds.
We
The
don't need to go in
kobolds
there.
are in the warrens where they like. And I'm talking about past experience. I don't think any of you are going to do the hanky panky.
Well, not with that attitude.
You can feel the judgmental eyebrow from her. You know, you skipped on 2 passes, you ain't getting a third chance. Anywho,
I mean, it brings a certain spice to it when you know someone's potentially what never mind.
No. She's right. She's got a point.
and then behind the bridge on this ship, we got the mess hall. People eat, people fight, people throw food, people argue. Peoples is peoples, even if they're kobolds or blobs or anything else.
I saw this on Lost Boys.
The closet to the right is the weapons hold, or armory. That's where you stick weapons and armor and such.
Do I need a weapon, Cap?
So, Rob, Probably, yes. If you didn't notice, we were fighting for our lives not too long ago.
The Spelljammer pilot, that you and me, Shay, our job is to pilot the ship. Unless the ship has a weapon you can control, like the ram, it's up to the captain to control everyone else with a weapon.
I don't know that I'm controlling people, merely issuing orders.
Eh, same hat.
For the kobolds, it's probably the same.
Now, if you want to talk the magic of the ship, it's all here, and she's going to just pat the chair arm. Ship helm controls the ship. This one has some fancy-dancy arcane conduits that lets you do more. But, yeah, all the magic is in the chair. The sails transmute that magic into speed. Now, the bigger the ship, the more sails, the more magic needed. Smaller the ship, you don't always need the sails because the ships can just go.
This is a bit like a museum that you've been to already, but she's trying to. But you've got a different person escorting you around, and she's trying to just. She's being very patient. Like she knows 90% of this stuff, and
Now,
but
what
she.
I like to do is try and change some of the magical essence of the chair into the ship to make it better. Like a demon's heart that you can control, or some celestial metals, or we won't talk about the one time I got some abyssal flesh. That's a whole other nightmare. Anywho,
Or Spotify.
you don't
What
want
is it?
Spotify.
What is a Spotify?
They support the demonic spiders. You don't want them.
But that sounds like interesting stuff.
It's slightly hypnotic and designed to make you into a slave. You don't want it. Anywho,
Okay. Never mind, Captain.
now for the kitchen,
All
I'm
right,
going to
no
send you
demon
to
spiders.
Zaldi, because he's going to teach you things in the kitchen. That's a whole different sort of magic.
I'm willing to let the chef be the chef and not invade on his domain.
No, he asked for you specifically, Shay.
Oh, okay. Wait, specifically? You're not gonna cook me, is he? I've heard enough kender
No.
kebabs.
In fairness, you're not plump enough to be a kender tender.
Fry squint.
You do know they don't use actual kenders 90% of the time. Mostly it's just what kenders have raised.
Hmm.
90% of the time. She keeps mumbling that.
Carry on.
Was there a reason that I was promoted just out of curiosity, or?
Because you like to play with the ship, and also the walls only end in the cargo bay in the back.
That is true. I'm not sure. I was looking at the wings. I'm like, man, I might have bit off more than I can chew here.
Is there like a menu that has anything kender on it? Because they is going to object.
Okay, so you're going to go to Zaldi in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Kilek, are you going to follow?
Yeah, I mean, you dragged me over there, so.
Oh, you said you were following Shay. So
Yeah.
Kitlak is going to grab you, Shay, put you in front of a cutting board, and hand you a knife.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, sorry, not Kitlak. Zaldi is. Okay. This is a carrot. Cut it in even slices.
She's going to do her. She's not going to do it the right way, but she's going to do it as best she can. Kind of
You're
just.
gonna roll me a dexterity.
Yeah.
I guess technically an attack roll, or if you'd like a performance, if you want to try and do it fancy.
How about
Zaldi,
just Dex without proficiency? That feels right for me.
Zaldi is going to park you, Kitlak, in front of the garbage and a barrel of um, what you're pretty sure is Githyanki meat. Find the spoiled meat, toss it.
That's an
Uh,
18?
Wait, what? Are we seriously eating a sentient here?
Zaldi looks at you, points to the single barrel and then the empty trash of the same size, and says, "Find the soiled meat and toss it." And then
Gilak
just
is
gives you a look.
Gilak is gonna make eye contact and pick up all the meat and toss it. It's
Good. Now
we
teach that to the others.
really how did this end up being food?
Because you told them to strip it, and on the asteroid, sometimes the only meat you got was whatever you could eat. Let them know this is not what we eat. Got it?
Wonderful. I mean, yes, of
You're the
course.
captain, and I never want to see this again. Or I will chop it up with you, and then you can tell them how to do it. And it's not
I mean, I recommended the corpse be used for fertilizer. I feel like that is a pretty reasonable thing to do with a corpse. But what do I know?
Githyanki meat only helps grow the astral plants. Astral plants are either hostile or miracle workers that make you a target to very, very dangerous people. You do not want Githyanki fertilizer. It only leads to bad things.
Oh, the second one sounds pretty all right. Gilak shrugs. Um,
Wait till you're running from
See?
3 different pirates with a treasure plant.
This is why we are doing this, Kitlak. We need to know these things.
yes, that is true. Shay, just a belated order, or an order to be carried out later. Do announce to the crew when you get a chance that we aren't eating people anymore.
No, you're the captain. It's your responsibility, especially because you told them it was okay.
Couple of
Zaldi,
points.
That's fair. That's fair.
Point the first, I didn't tell them it was okay. They decided that on their own. I said fertilizer.
No.
Or rather, I said give it to Genevieve. Point the second is I am
Are you
the
saying this
captain,
is
you're
Genevieve's
right.
fault?
No. I'm saying it's all
Gilak is going to point
misunderstanding.
to Shay at that and say, "Do you
Gilak
want to
is
tell
going to?
Genevieve it is her fault?"
Yeah, Gilak's not doing that.
Hence,
I mean, that's my point. That was my point.
These things
you're
are
the captain, and
misunderstandings brought
you
by
are the
cultural
alpha
differences.
of this Warren
And as the alpha, I've decided to delegate the task.
to the one that they don't have to listen to.
Not.
No, they very much do, because Shay is the voice of the ship. Shay is the one with access to the PA.
You gave that whole speech.
I
You're,
did,
you're the
and then you
captain.
turned it off.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Look, if you want me to do it, I will. Just give me the ability to do it, and I will.
I assume Zaldi and Shay in unison say, "I want you to do it."
Yes.
Fine. Just turn on the comms then.
I can't from here. I'm not at the helm.
Well, that's why I gave you the order, so that you'd do it when next you went to the helm.
Do you want me to go to the helm now, Captain?
Sure, why not? Don't want to forget about it.
You could just
No.
ask Tess to do it.
It's important that she learns how to use a knife.
All
Because
right.
from what I've seen and heard of her skills, she needs it.
Feel like he's gonna walk to the helm. Just inform Tess. Hey, Tess, I want to make an announcement.
Okay. I'm listening. What's the announcement?
Just patch it into the comm system if you could.
You know that's not how that works, right?
I assume it was. Shay led me to believe that it was.
Well, I can, and Shay,
Hmm.
because we're the pilots. If you want, I can make you a pilot. You can cast spells, right?
I can, yes, as it turns out. Very few, but you know. We get around.
I mean, we can. Shay's not there. She can't hear.
Kid, can you cast spells? I actually don't know.
Oh yeah, no. Kielak's got guidance. He's got mending. I think he's got fog cloud. You can cast some spells.
Okay, now I'm going to take us out of Spelljamming speed because I don't want you to go all tingly and throw us all to the ground. So it'll just take a minute.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Zaldi's going to look at your carrot and go, good, now repeat that, and he puts down 24 carrots every time.
Do you want to roll again, or?
I'm going to have you roll...
She rolled an 18 the first time?
Yeah, I'm going to have you roll 3 times to see how well you do.
3 more times?
Yeah. So, after a minute, Tessa's going to touch your hand while she's still seated, Kitlak.
Mhm.
And,
That's really good!
Yeah, that is
That's really good.
And you feel your entire body kind of tingle, and then you get an awareness of the ship that you've never had before.
Neat.
Just sort of it's on your periphery. You know that the ship is still. You kind of know that the hull is intact. You kind of can sense where everyone is, but you'd have to focus to actually listen or do anything. And you can you get a mental notch of here's how you communicate to a person, to the ship.
Wonderful. Kielak is going to try out his newfound powers. Crew of the Lava Crow, this is your captain speaking. I have bonded to the spelljamming helm so that I could tell you this particular message. I say this so that you understand how important this message is, and that is, we don't eat people anymore. Period. Full stop. End of sentence. If we are dealing with dead bodies, we are stripping them for loot. We are potentially using them for fertilizer if they are good enough and Genevieve gives us the go-ahead. We are not eating people. We have other food stores for that. That's how you get space madness. Captain out. Well, let them chew on that a little bit. He says he's going to go walk back and check in on Shay. Good job on the carrots.
So Shay got 11, 20, and 21.
Shay's, or not Shay, sorry. I realized I was talking and didn't press the button. Tessa is going to say to Kitlak as he gets up, you got to be sitting and transfer control back to me. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and go nowhere.
I thought I was just added to the registry. It wasn't.
You have to switch it over.
All right, switching it back over. He does and gives it back to her.
Yeah, and maybe next time just call the kobolds together and tell them, because the kobolds, they'll listen to you.
Oh, they're listening to me now, aren't they?
He's gonna look over at Maps, who's just kind of scribbling and looking kind of sheepish on behalf of all kobolds on board. Yes, boss?
I appreciate it, Maps. Keep up the good work.
And then she just engages spelljamming speed. She doesn't bother announcing it. Zaldi's going to look over your work and... Okay, good. Now here's the hard part. You see all those little circles that you've diced out from the carrot?
Yes.
That is good. So he's going to kind of paint over it with some sort of sticky substance with the brush, and then hold the cutting board up, and all of the little round carrot pieces are very slowly sliding down. Take that knife and stab each one in the center perfectly. before they hit the counter.
She will attempt that.
Make a couple attacks.
With a knife?
Technically, this is a dagger attack.
She's proficient in daggers?
Yes, that's the point.
Nine and 19?
Right, so you completely miss the first round. You do pretty good on the higher up ones, which is ironic because you're stabbing a little upward for that. Again.
$15 and 26.
Good. Okay. Now, when you leave the ship, that's how you stab people. Think of them, think of little points on their body as little carrots and stab. Because according to everyone here, you can't hit any of them with a weapon. Now you can. You know how to do it.
I thought you were going to teach me how to cook. This is much more useful.
You're the pilot. I'm not supposed to teach you how to cook unless I die and you need to feed this crew. And trust me, you don't want to feed this crew. Because they will consider you as part of the feed.
Fair enough.
Now, if you need better weapon training, we'll tackle stew next time. Now go and get some rest.
Which one of the kobolds is stew? Oh, wait. We don't want kobold stew, do we?
He's just going to look at you and then point to where Kitlak has just re-entered. What did he just say?
Oh, Stu is the largest and the burliest of the kobolds. He is, he's made of meat, that one. No neck at all.
That is now canon.
Yeah, you don't want to tackle Stu.
I was busy cutting carrots. I'm not sure what he said.
Stu's a towering 3'2".
Yep.
He said we don't eat people. Kobolds are people, and if you don't believe that, we're going to have a whole other lesson that you're not going to like.
Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no.
Good. Now go get some rest.
I mean, the asteroid, you didn't actually know what you were getting, so it's possible, but...
Go get some rest. And Captain, make sure she actually sleeps. She just got the first adrenaline high of stabbing correctly.
Carrots.
Ooh,
Step
very
carrots.
Kitlak is going to flick out two of his daggers and just kind of like idly start juggling them.
Not in my kitchen without my permission.
What are you trying to one-up me? I learned
never
something
worked
here.
You've never worked a hibachi before? Come on now. And Kitlak is going to shell both his daggers.
Wow, wait to...
Look, I'm just saying, if you want to learn more about, stabbing, I might know a guy, and that guy might be me.
Had to make sure she wouldn't kill you
Okay,
accidentally first.
so why haven't you been stabbing people rather than shooting people?
Because the guns shoot, and I like that. And the knives stab, and that's good, but I prefer the guns.
Maybe you need to reconsider that.
No, I don't think I do.
And while all of this is going on, Cassie, what are you doing in those 4 days?
So, very first thing that Cassie's going to do is she's going to spend an hour and 10 minutes to resummon Cinder. Or repair Cinder, however you want to flavor that.
Repair makes more sense with the design you have. I'd say if Cinder was utterly destroyed, then summon would be like a reconstruction ritual or something.
I mean, it's just her casting the Find Familiar spell either way.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, she's gonna finish up making that wand with the first of the days, and she's gonna start working on that shield.
Okay.
And of course, she can only do that 8 hours a day, so she's gonna spend the rest of her work time once again working on that spell jamming helm. See what she can find out about it.
Okay. Roll me. Let's see. It no longer shifts designs, so I believe it's just your artificer tools. Yes.
And she still has her assistant helping out, right?
That would Shay. Are you assisting on this? Or Kitlak? One of you two?
If you, I mean, if you allow it, yeah. I mean, Shay is kind of. I mean, I did my thing, so I don't know if you're gonna say that Shay has been around the ship instead of helping.
If you want to, I mean,
Cassie.
it's over 4 days. So if you want to say you helped out at least once, then
Yeah.
yeah. Because Cassie's
Oh.
been pretty busy, so
I mean, she wasn't
Yeah.
chopping carrots the entire time.
Kielak will he'll kind of help out with the creation of the manual, as well as the creation of like training regimens and overseeing some of them for shooting weapons, hand-to-hand combat, all that sort of thing. And on his downtime, he will organize a Go Fish tournament for the kids in the lounge, the what is it, the common area, food town, the commissary.
the kids are kind of confused because they have jobs too. But go ahead and roll either your Arcana or your Investigation.
For which,
Not you, Cassie.
of course.
Are we still doing the choice between the two? I thought that we had switched to just one of them.
You can use either. Now you have a choice. You can choose either one.
Okay, let's go with Arcana then. I mean, it
Okay.
doesn't matter too much. They're both the same.
Okay,
But
so
we'll do
Artificer's Tools first, and then Arcana. With Shay's help.
And Artificer's Tools, are we going with Dex or are we going with Intelligence for this?
Intelligence, because you have determined this is a puzzle of some sort. So you're trying to solve. You solved its shifting mechanism. Now you're trying to solve the repair problem.
All right, so that would be a 27.
Okay, roll me your Arcana.
And that would also be a 27.
And yes, that is actually as high as you need it to get. Well, higher than you need to get, but high enough. You have repaired this Spelljammer helm. But as you do, you realize you don't need to attune this to activate it, but you do need to be attuned to a helm to activate it, which kind of makes sense. But it also seems a lot more limited than Shay's one, which is kind of curious. But it is active, you just need someone to attune to it.
You did it, Cassie.
Yeah, I'm not quite so sure what makes it so special, except I guess you can walk around the ship with it.
Could you be a little bit more clear about what that means, Cypher, or do I need to roll for what
Well,
that means?
yours is an experimental design that basically makes a mobile Spelljammer helm. It means that yes, you can sit in the chair, but also you can be wandering around the ship or off the ship and gain access to the ship itself. Although you have to be on the ship to do any flying maneuvers. And being seated is a lot doesn't give you disadvantage on some of those maneuvers, basically. Whereas this seems a lot more limited in scope. It does have the capacity to attune to a Spelljammer helm, the chair, uh, which is necessary to activate its functions.
So what has Tessa been doing? Has she been using my helmet?
She's
Helm?
been using the chair. The chair is universal. Your
So
helm,
how would this help Tessa if she used it?
if Tessa attuned to it, then she could pilot the ship without having to sit in the chair, basically. At least that's the theory.
So how is that different from what Shay's able to do?
Jay does not have to sit in the chair to pilot it. You sit in the bridge because you miss driving from the chair, but you also have access if you're just wandering around or if you're in the
Sorry,
cargo.
I thought that's just what you said about what Tessa could do.
No,
Did I mishear
that's
you?
what you can do. That's what you can do. Everyone else has to sit in that chair to do anything in regards to the ship. The reason to repair the helm was to give basically a second mobile helm to someone on the crew.
But it's not the same as my helm.
From what, because Cassie did examine your mobile helmet, and this one seems less complicated in terms of functionality. Now, granted, yours is experimental, and this ship has been given strange upgrades, so that could just be the reason for the difference. You don't know.
Gotcha. Well, I guess we can give it to Tessa, and we could both kind of. We don't need to be at the helm, or maybe we ask the captain what he wants. Maybe the captain wants it. No, I don't want the captain controlling the ship.
Why are you worried I do a better job?
Yeah, so you can do what you want with it. My job was just to fix it, not to decide what you want to do with it.
Well, we should tell the captain anyway. But I think Tessa's the person to give this to, just in, unless one of the officers should. I guess maybe this is something we should have a meeting about. But if we don't give it to Tessa, Tessa's gonna wonder why we don't give it to her.
Tessa doesn't know about it.
Currently, correct, yes.
Yes, once again, that's between you and the captain.
Well, I mean, you're an important part of the decision-making process there, so yeah, I don't know. It's a management decision, I think. Um,
I appreciate that, and I can be in on that meeting. But my job, once again, was just to repair it. I'm more than
and you did a
happy
great
to help
job.
you try to
You
make that
and you,
decision.
yeah, you did that, and you did a fantastic job of that. Um, let me go find the captain, and she's gonna.
That's the
Sure.
advantage of your helm is you are still attuned to the ship. You can radio him without going to the bridge or the helm, and you can try and find him on the ship. That's what your helm allows you to do.
Yeah, so she'll radio the captain and figure out where he is and go to him.
Where are you on this almost fourth day? Kitlack?
Probably at the children's tournament.
The children are playing with you, but they're also, you know, Tessa usually has us sleep right now because, we work for her.
I feel like Kitlike would know their schedule well enough not to put it when they should be sleeping. Like Kitlike has made a point of going around and like kind of trying to memorize everyone's schedule.
In
Um,
fairness, Tessa also sleeps when she decides to sleep, so her bridge time is like the only time that it is set for them to sleep, but they can also get naps when she decides to sleep. It's you're not depriving them. This is just their usual time to sleep. But they're
I,
kobolds. They
I
do
want to
as
say
kobolds
that
do as says.
I wouldn't say that Tessa's sleep schedule sucks because it's whatever Shay is, you know, piloting, and whenever she decides not to pilot it when she has to be on duty.
That's also true.
kind of trickles down there, doesn't it? Um, well, I apologize if this hurts your chance of winning. Gitlak is going to deal them out the requisite 5 cards to start. But, there's got to be time for leisure as well. I am sure that you will understand that we have taken some time off to bond as a crew.
They look at each other and then finally well, we're not supposed to make explosions when she's not there. Yeah, I guess this is safe. Boring, but safe. I got 3.
Boring.
No,
I've
that's not how you
seen
say this.
I've seen a man lose most of his fingers in a game of Go Fish. Now,
Did the fish
granted,
bite?
no, daggers do though, especially when they're poisoned. No, I'm not bringing out daggers for the junior version of this game, but I do want you to learn in case daggers are ever introduced. And also, having a pair of, or having rather 4 of your enemy's fingers does not make for one set in Go Fish, even if they match.
They exchange glances again, and the other one goes, I don't have 3s?
Go Fish then. Does anyone have any dragons?
No, that's why we were worthless on the asteroid.
I'm not talking metaphorically, I'm talking the card.
Oh,
Not worthless. You just were bereft of direction.
I don't have any dragons. I don't have any dragons, says the other one.
Go Fish then, and Kitlike will draw a card. And it's gonna keep on doing that, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna see if the kobolds get this. Give me a second.
I feel like the kobolds would lie about having dragons because they would want to
I
keep
would
the dragons.
love you to roll insight for me.
These are children. How hard's that
is
gonna be?
no. This card game is bullshit. That's what it is.
Let's see here. That's all right. What's Kitlike? So that's a dirty 20.
Okay, I will tell you, you just barely beat one of the kids. They know exactly what this game is. They have been lying to you since the very moment you sat down. They are experts at Go Fish and have been just gaslighting you this entire game.
All right, now we introduce daggers. Kitlike's gonna pull out one of his daggers and stab it in the table.
Which is when Shay comes in and Tessa goes, "No stabbing my apprentices."
No, just a few fingers here or there. It's all good fun.
Only I let them lose fingers, and it's because they tweak something they shouldn't, or something goes boom.
Well, how are we supposed to play Space Pirate rules then? Kitlike is going to pull the dagger out of the table with a chunk and put it back in its holster.
Cassie
You
was
play
right.
me, and if you lose a finger, then you can play pirate rules.
Cassie was right. We do need an HR.
Your trigger finger.
Got 2 of those.
Yeah, but it's going to take 4 fingers to get to it. Children, go sleep. They immediately leave. As you check the deck, Kitlek, there are no more dragons in the deck.
Yep, that makes sense.
Captain, come, Captain.
In what regard?
Because Cassie did something awesome.
Oh, well, lead
They
on.
fixed the helm.
Oh, good.
What do we want to do with it? Do we want to give it to Tessa?
Oh,
Do
well.
you want it?
So what does this mean for our capacity at the helm? Do we have 3 people who can, crew the helm, or is that what it comes down to?
I would advise against anyone who does not have experience piloting a spelljammer to try to remotely pilot a spelljammer, because that's a magnitude of difficulty
Well,
beyond just sitting at the helm.
why would we not just give you the helm and have you relinquish your attunement
I
to
already
it,
have a helm.
so you can remotely pilot this thing?
Look, I could literally take over from what Tessa is doing right now, and by the
Okay.
that
So perhaps
this probably cannot do that, but it could do pretty much everything else. I'm actually not
so
sure if that's true about me taking over from Tessa. I've never tried it, and I wouldn't try it because Tessa's good at what
would
she
the
does.
logical thing be then to give it to Tessa so that she can remotely pilot? I'm sorry, I mean, Cassie has other duties. I don't want to overburden her.
Let me put it this way: this allows remote operation of a spelljammer. What do
Yes,
you want to do
with
with
you
it?
so far. Allow Tessa to attune to it. Sounds the most reasonable thing, as she is the backup pilot. Does it also allow another person to attune to the spelljammer itself?
Not at the same time. Do you not know
Tragedy.
how attunement works? That's
I
like
Uh,
don't.
Kitlek, roll me your history, I think. History or Arcana, your choice.
Uh, let's see. They're both the same in the end. Kitlex had good luck at Arcana. Let's see if he can do that again.
I would give it to Tessa, but if you
6.
Uh, nope. Never mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
but if
Uh,
if you wanted control remotely, I suppose we could. I would want to give you some training on Spelljammer piloting, because it allows you to do that. But Tessa makes the most sense.
Tesla does make the most sense. As much as I would love to be able to control the ship remotely, I have other things that I believe I need to do as captain in times of crisis.
Okay, this will give us more. Mm, mobility isn't quite the right word, but it kind of is, about how, yeah. If anything happens to me, Tessa could always, and Tessa isn't at the helm. Tessa could, yeah. It makes sense for Tessa to have it the most. I
It does,
think.
yes.
Okay, I'll take this to Tessa. But I just wanted to bring it to you first because you're the captain. It's your decision about what happens to this whole thing. But yeah, okay,
So
I'm
I
up.
appreciate it. Kidlack's going to go back to cleaning up the cards that remain in this game.
She will go to the helm and present this to Tessa.
And what's this little thing?
This will allow you to pilot the ship if you're not on the helm, as long as you attune to it, which takes about an hour ish.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
But you gotta wear it the whole time, which is like, this is why I'm wearing this thing the whole time. It's
She just kind of waves that off. That's fine. I want to examine it myself afterward and see how it works. And ooh, if we could mass produce some, that would be. Ooh. Anywho, let's go ahead and she'll just
wait,
take it.
no. We don't. Well, in general, maybe, but for our
Oh,
ship,
not for our ship, no. But if we could mass produce a new generation of Spelljammer helms that don't require you to sit in the chair, we'd make more money than any pirate in history.
right? We're not pirates.
Well, one of us is. And she looks deliberately at the kitchen.
Well, no, not anymore. Not if they're on this ship. They're not a pirate, right? Right?
And
Right?
she doesn't answer for a moment. You sure that you did this right? Because it's already attuned.
To whom?
Me. I just had to put it
Oh,
on while I'm in the chair.
that's fantastic. So you're good to go then.
It's asking me something.
What's it? Who? What? What's why? What's
I
what's
don't know.
who?
It's there's a language I don't understand, and I have a blue option and a red option, and I don't know what they mean. Oh no, there's a green option.
Does that sound familiar to Shay? When she first.
No, that is yours is nothing like that. Like you kind of have, if you nudge your and search a bit, you can find like where the old experimental systems were and where the existing experimental systems still are. No, it has never just presented you with like colored options in a strange language before.
Do you know what language it's in?
That's actually a good question. Let me see. She might have it. She might know it. No, she doesn't. Uh, not a not a standard. That's big, or maybe that's because it's floating in front of my eyes.
Words are better than just sitting in the helm.
She stands up from the helmet. Oh nope, they're gone now. Oh nope, they're back. Same options, but she sits back down. She stands back up. Sits down, stands up. Oh, okay. So if I sit, it's like it's showing me a symbol for a large object, and I think that's a large object, or maybe that's just an insult. But if I stand up, it's just I think that's a person, or she tilts her head. Really bad monkey. But the word's the same. Well, the color coding in words is the same.
Do you feel like you need to make a choice? To attune
Well,
to it?
no, it says I can sense attunement. I
Like,
just
right, you said you got attunement, right? But do
it's
can
just
you
giving
use
me
it?
three options.
Like, jump off the helm and see if you can control the ship. It's
Uh,
gonna ask for your. It's not gonna try and sell your data, is it?
it's just asking me to choose one of the phrases, and each phrase is a different color. I don't know the language.
Shay
Blue,
is going
red, green,
to go find
and stand or sit.
maps. Maps is somewhere not too far away, correct?
Yeah, Maps is just staring at this like what?
Maps. Can you get us some parchment and writing utensils so that Tessa can write down what she sees?
Um, yeah, she actually has a bunch of those. She finds a blank one and just holds it up with a little piece of wood so that it's able. And okay, let's see how her artistic sensibilities are in copying this down. She's an engineer. She does write plans. Okay, that is a nat 20. She exactly duplicates what she's seeing, and then she also writes, she's able to make both symbols hovering above it. And then, I think I'm going to take this off so I don't accidentally choose an option. And she
Yeah.
moves the helm, and she blinks again, and I'm no longer to. What in the nine hells is this thing? Because it ain't like a normal Spelljammer helm.
That's obvious. Yeah. Mep,
If
do
you
you
brought a helm
recognize this?
symbol on board, I'm gonna kill ya, because that'll kill all of us.
Oh, a what? No.
Oh, you're such a youngin'. A helm missile, something that destroys a Spelljammer helm by tearing the ship apart.
Well, let's hope it's not that, but figure out what it is before we actually use it, right?
Yeah, and so should I stop the ship or should we keep going to the asteroids?
Without the helm, keep going. Maps, does any of this writing make sense to you as a kobold?
She looks at it, looks one way, looks the other. That one kind of looks like a cloud, and that one kind of looks like a wave, and that bit kind of looks like a smiley's face.
That's about what I get out of it too. Yeah. I'm gonna ask the captain, or maybe we've got a specialist on board to help us with this. I'll be back, Tessa, because we're still hoping that you can win this.
Yeah, just figure out what it is first.
Yeah. And then she's going to call for convening of the officers to figure this out.
Right. I suppose before we get to that, does anyone speak? What languages does everyone speak? I guess is a better way to put it.
Common Draconic Semaphore and Space Shark Telepathic Celestial.
Okay.
It's on the list.
It is on the list. Common, Elvish, Kender, and Tinkers can't. Or sorry, thieves can't. Tinkers can't? That's not a thing.
Cassie?
Cassie is common, draconic, goblin, machine speech, telepathy, and thieves' cant.
Genevieve?
Druidic, Elvish, Gnomish, and Animal.
Okay. Let's see if Zoldy knows. Roke doesn't.
I think technically I can also speak to plants as well as animals, so.
Oh, Shay is gonna cast comprehend languages.
Okay. If you cast comprehend languages, you immediately can translate it. You don't know what language. Do you know what language it is, or do you just understand it?
I think I just. It doesn't say that I understand what language it is. It just says I can understand it.
Okay. Then you still don't know what language it is, but you do see, you do understand that the two symbols, one says individual, one says ship, and of the three options, they're not color coded on this because that wasn't done. But one option is activate portal, one option is destroy object, and one is send to the sea.
Okay, Shay is going to show all the officers this parchment and what she learned from comprehend languages. So this is what Tessa is seeing when she puts on the helmet. She doesn't understand it, which is why she asked. Well, she wanted me to figure it out before she uses it.
Heads up, but we are at time right now.
Yep. So we can go ahead and debate what to do with that information next time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and I think we'll be back next week, yes?
Probably.
You should be.
All right, then thanks for joining us on the Lava Crows, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next
Thank you.
week.